This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. Our top story this evening, parts of the #1 beach in America defaced over the weekend. Vandals spray painted graffiti on many walls at the historic pavilion area of Siesta Beach. And that's where we find ABC7's Rick Adams with more on this tonight. Rick.
Yeah, Haley, these walls are now back to normal, but earlier today, it was a whole other story. This is what many of the walls look like over the weekend around the restroom area near Siesta Beach's historic pavilion. Vandals spray-painted words such as Orlando, hip-hop, and O-Town Forever, among many other words. Beachgoers we talked with were surprised with this vandalism.
It's just unfortunate that you have, situations like that, especially in areas like Florida, where it's very beautiful. It's like paradise out here. And, you get unfortunate events like that, which kind of makes it look a little worse out here.
County officials say the vandalism happened sometime Friday night between 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. Crews were able to paint over the graffiti and finish cleanup of the walls by Monday afternoon.
It is disappointing, but we do plan for things like this to happen, unfortunately.
Many folks are happy the graffiti got cleaned up so quickly. For Giovanni Mavar and his family, they tell us they would never expect to see something like this at Siesta Beach.
Usually at like a bad place. There's graffiti usually around a lot of gang-inflicted places. Usually places that you don't want to hang out.
In addition to this area of Siesta Beach, vandals also spray-painted a Frontier Communications substation on Midnight Pass Road. There are no cameras in the area where this happened, so at this point, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office has not identified any suspects. And if you had seen anything regarding this vandalism, you're being asked to contact authorities immediately. Reporting live from Siesta Beach this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Rick. We have some new details tonight on a former Manatee County Sheriff's deputy now facing a battery charge. 39-year-old Stephen Buckle was arrested by Venice police for an incident on August 7th. The 17-year-old victim told officers that Buckle approached her while she was alone on Venice Beach and that he kissed her and grabbed her repeatedly without her consent. According to the police report, Buckle also sent numerous text messages to the victim. Buckle has resigned from the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. He was approaching his 5th anniversary with the department. A Sarasota County man facing charges of delivery of carfentanil after an investigation by the Department of Homeland Security. Sarasota County detectives learned of this package and it was taken for forensic testing. The white powdery substance inside tested positive for carfentanil. Michael Bennett and Tricia Steffes accepted the package. Sarasota County deputies then searched the home. Also found more than 7 grams of fentanyl in a false electrical outlet. Good news for the Punta Gorda Airport. Passenger traffic is up again. The airport saw more than 116,000 passengers last month. That's a 10% increase compared to last July. This is the 45th consecutive month the airport has seen an increase. Part of that is due to the increase of Allegiant Airline flight destinations out of the airport. Sarasota County students are getting ready for their second day of school tomorrow. Some schools, though, are dealing with more students than they expected. Both Venice Middle and High School have at least 60 more students than school leaders projected. The schools are doing everything they can to accommodate all of these students. Venice High School freshmen had their orientation today, and the rest of the students will take part in back-to-school assemblies later this week.
It still sets a tone for the expectations of our school and the culture that we want them to exist in.
Venice Middle School is partly under construction, but school administrators are making sure it won't interfere with students. One of the most popular restaurants in Venice will be closed for a week and a half. Sharky's on the Pier is undergoing some renovations. It will be closed until Wednesday, August 23rd, and is scheduled to reopen on the 24th. The owners are updating the older outdoor restrooms and replacing them with new air-conditioned restrooms. The restaurant is next door, also owned by the same company, Finn's. That will be open for lunch and dinner during the closure at Sharky's. And of course, they're going to need that air conditioning. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan has your forecast to let us know that it's been a little steamy. The AC will feel good.
Think about this, Haley. On the end of the Venice Pier, right there by Sharky's, the water temperature is 91 degrees. Earlier today it was 92, and there's not much of a breeze coming in off the Gulf, so winds are rather light right now. Look at this, 85 degrees at the airport. It feels like temperature is at 93 right now. We're missing those afternoon and evening showers to cool us off. So air conditioning is a big deal, and west winds now very light at 3 miles an hour. The pressure's been coming up a little bit, 30.02 inches. A few showers to the north of us. There's a stationary front well over the southeast now, but we're looking at rather quiet conditions right now. There's a chance we could see some showers developing in the Gulf due to the land breeze that may develop sometime before sunrise, and we'll have to dodge maybe 1 or 2 of those showers. So it looks like drop-off should not be a big deal here around town, and pickup not that big either because of this dry air in place, and it's going to limit our afternoon showers and storms that we normally see. Well, this system is getting bigger. In fact, it is now the second hurricane of the season. Gert has been officially named a hurricane now, and we'll have more on that and a more important system in the Atlantic coming up in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Now to the latest in Charlottesville. The suspected driver behind the deadly attack had his first court appearance today. And speaking from the White House, President Trump called out the hate groups behind the violence. ABC's Elizabeth Herr is in Charlottesville with the latest.
Facing mounting pressure.
Racism is evil.
President Trump finally giving the violence in Virginia a name.
Those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups.
Nearly 48 hours after the chaos in Charlottesville, and amid growing backlash from critics who felt the president's initial response did not go far enough.
Violence on many sides. On many sides.
And now the president says the Department of Justice has also launched a civil rights investigation.
Blood and soil!
This as we learn new details about the 20-year-old suspect arraigned on murder charges. James Alex Fields Jr. seen here marching among the white supremacist groups, according to police, later rammed his car into a group of counter-protesters, killing Heather Heyer. ABC News learning the FBI is investigating to determine if this attack was a hate crime. Those who knew Fields in the past, not surprised by the allegations.
He felt that, whites were superior.
He proclaimed himself as a Nazi and as a white supremacist.
The police chief in the meantime admits he has regrets about this weekend because 3 lives were lost. Heyer and state troopers Burke Bates and Jay Colin killed in a freak helicopter crash. Heyer's mother says she is now determined to make sure her daughter did not die in vain.
She stood for something, and by golly, I'm going to advocate that let's make that a strong movement, as my child was a strong child.
And community members paying their respects here at this memorial say they too are moving forward stronger and more united than ever. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, Charlottesville, Virginia.
And here in Florida, a Confederate soldier statue in Gainesville has officially been taken off the county administration building property. The statue was there for more than 100 years. It was put up by the Daughters of the Confederacy in 1904. That same group paid to take it down. One Gainesville commissioner says he's glad to see the city is turning the page on this chapter of history, but others say it's not offensive and it honors the dead.
They represent the war, and it shouldn't have to bother anybody personally.
As a citizen of the community, I'm glad that we've thought better of something we probably should have dealt with many decades ago.
Gainesville police made a statement commending the community for keeping the peace and for not allowing the removal to become a riot. The Florida Supreme Court has agreed to the state's first execution in more than a year. The court ruled 6-1 that the state can go ahead with the execution of Mark Assay, scheduled for August 24th. His execution was originally scheduled for March of 2016, but it was put on hold after the U.S. Supreme Court found the state's death penalty sentencing law was unconstitutional. It has since been changed twice. A couple's vehicle exploded in a bizarre turn of events in Central Florida. Orlando police say the man and woman had just left a barbecue at the fairgrounds on Sunday afternoon. They packed up their gas grill inside their red Kia, but forgot to close the propane valve. It was still connected. When the woman lit a cigarette, the tank exploded. It shattered the vehicle's windows and forced the driver from the road. He crashed the car into a pole because of that. Medics took the couple to Orlando Regional Medical Center with burns, but they are expected to make it. Governor Rick Scott wants to make it harder for future legislators to raise taxes in Florida. He wants lawmakers to put a proposed constitutional amendment on the 2018 ballot that would require supermajority approval from state lawmakers to raise taxes rather than a simple majority of 50% plus one. 2021. If lawmakers go along with this proposal, it would require approval from 60% of voters during the November 2018 election. Also in Tallahassee, Governor Rick Scott appointing 3 new members to the Continuing Care Advisory Council. One of the men, Raymond Neff, is from here in Sarasota. Neff is the president of Neff & Associates Home Office Services. The council consists of 10 members who regulate continuing care facilities, a big issue here in Florida. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the first alert forecast. Plus, why a jury is awarding Taylor Swift $1 in an assault countersuit case. And what are some of the long-held superstitions associated with the solar eclipse? That's coming up next Monday, and we'll tell you about it after this break.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
So most of the U.S. is eagerly waiting for next week's full solar eclipse. Every time I try to say that, it comes out wrong. Okay, many people, though, used to see the solar eclipse as a sign from the gods of disaster and destruction. And some ancient cultures described it as a mythical creature eating the sun. Scientists say there's no factual evidence behind any of these superstitions. Next Monday's solar eclipse is the first to cross the U.S. in nearly a century. You can watch the full coverage here on ABC7 from 1 to 3 p.m. So
yeah, I think Christopher Columbus may have known something about that and kind of said that it was going to happen, and it kind of freaked everyone out. And they said, wow, this guy knows something, when a lot of people didn't know it, that was going on. The next one to come by right over us, just a little bit north of Tampa, will be in 2045. It will be a full solar eclipse, 2045.
If you can make it that long.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to make it, but 2025 is another one, but that goes, I think, from Texas through across parts of the northern portion of the country. Well, it should be a great time. 1 to 3 is when it's going to happen for us, and typically that's not too bad as far as cloud cover goes, so hopefully there won't be a lot of clouds or storminess around. There wasn't today. Not much out there at all. And here is a nice photo. Fred Seeger getting this as the sun was setting. And Vasilescu shot this one. Val always looking for lightning, but they've been kind of jonesing lately because there hasn't been a lot of storms around it yet. They're part of the lightning mafia. He's always sending us some great photos, but he got the sunset right there. Appreciate those shots and keep them coming. Casey Key webcam confirms that beautiful sunset tonight as we take a look at that sun going down over the Gulf of Mexico with calm seas out there. Seas running less than 2 feet and mostly smooth conditions, really. The radar picture is showing again some showers around across the northern portion of the state, but not much going on here. And it looks like we will see quiet conditions for us here up and down the coast. Now, possibility of a shower or two tomorrow morning as it makes its way onshore, but not much at all. And the rainfall estimates today were mainly inland and not much at all. Very sparse rain day today. Typically, it's lit up with storms because of the collision of the east wind meeting the west wind. But we had this westerly flow, which favors the land breeze convection, and that's usually not all that intense. 91, the water temperature, I mentioned that earlier. It's 82. It's 80 everywhere. 85 near the water. Cortez now at 85. 85 in Inglewood. Currently, we have clear skies and 85 degrees. The heat index at 93 at this hour. The pressure 30.02 inches. That's high, continues to rise. And the high today was 91, 1 degree above the average. The low this morning was 77, that too running high. And just 0.07 of an inch of rainfall at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. Our monthly total now below average for one of the wettest months. It's 2.54 inches below normal. Tuesday's hourly forecast, a first alert weather forecast calling for high temperatures in the low 90s right through the afternoon with the heat index up near 100 degrees. And the wind flow will be very light tomorrow. Not much wind at all. In fact, calm at times to start things off in the morning, anywhere from 5 to 10 on a westerly course, so west to east course. So we're going to see inland storms later in the day, and those will be few and far between, simply because there's just not enough moisture availability in the atmosphere to create a widespread rain event. Well, way out there in the central Atlantic, this system is expected to get better organized in time. We'll talk more about that in a little bit, but our second hurricane of the season, Gert, is making its way in a place we like to see in between the land masses of the Bermuda and the United States. It could get up to Category 2 status before long, but right now, top winds are at 75. Here's that other area I mentioned. It is moving off to the west right now. One thing to note from the National Hurricane Center, they've actually moved that little projection a little bit further south now, and that's not always a good sign if it gets into the Caribbean. You can see that this was up here just about 12 hours ago as far as where it may be in 5 days from now. So now it looks like what to watch it very closely. The next name, by the way, up is Harvey. Harvey will be the next named storm as we move through time. And again, the national picture, not a lot going on. Some showers over the central and northern Rockies and over the southeast along an old frontal boundary there. For boaters tomorrow, winds will be rather light out of the west at around 10 knots and seas running less than 2 feet. The water temperature is steamy 91 degrees and beaches will see a high of 90. The next high tide 6:19 and sunrise at 7:01 tonight. Warm and muggy 79. Maybe a coastal shower to start things off tomorrow. And then a few inland storms late in the day. The rain chance staying well below seasonal averages. We won't get back to more showers and storms really until Thursday. And that continues through the weekend as some tropical moisture moves in. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The top U.S. general arriving in South Korea today at a time of escalating tensions. The trip has been long planned, but the timing critical. All eyes are on tomorrow's looming deadline. North Korea pledging to fire missiles into the waters near Guam in mid-August. A spokesman for South Korea's President Moon Jae-in warning North Korea's nuclear and missile capability remain a real and urgent threat. Top military advisor General Joe Dunford stressing that while the U.S. will retaliate with military action if necessary, it is a last resort and that the decision to strike North Korea ultimately rests with the president. Trump tweeting the U.S. military is, quote, locked and loaded.
President Trump made it clear early this year that the era of strategic patience is over. The United States is putting all options on the table.
As the world continues to wait to see if the negotiations will work out, the people of Guam rallying for peace, while authorities insist all of the United States and territories, including Guam, are currently safe. A jury finds a former radio DJ guilty of assaulting Taylor Swift, ending a week-long trial for the music star. ABC's Danya Backus reports.
Taylor Swift's shaking off a major lawsuit.
This is it. The line's drawn.
After a week in court, a jury siding with the superstar, deciding former radio DJ David Mueller groped Swift by grabbing her backside during a meet and greet in 2013. A moment she said was captured in this photo that was leaked to TMZ. The jury voted to award Swift the $1 she filed for in a countersuit.
And it is of immeasurable value in this ever-going fight for us to figure out where the lines are. And what's right and what's wrong, and tolerance.
The jury also found Swift's mother and her radio manager did not intentionally interfere with Mueller's contract and were not responsible for his firing. The verdict coming about 4 hours after lawyers for Swift and Mueller made their closing arguments. Taylor's fans happy their idol stood up for what she believes.
When she stood up, by being in that courtroom, she's standing up for women all around the world, and I just think that's amazing.
And Swift releasing this statement. I acknowledge the privilege that I benefit from in life, in society, and in my ability to shoulder the enormous cost of defending myself in a trial like this one. My hope is to help those whose voices should also be heard.
Swift says she will be making donations to multiple organizations that help sexual assault victims defend themselves. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Take a look at this for both our sake.
Listen, ladies, no. He's a good kid, good listener. He keeps his room clean. Yeah. He's had all his shots. All right.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Sun Coast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Join the fun at the Weddings of Sarasota 17th Annual Wedding Show at the iconic Sarasota Municipal Auditorium on US 41. Sunday, August 27th from noon to 4. Enjoy food, fun, and entertainment with a runway show on stage at 3 p.m. $2,000 in Weddings of Sarasota dollars given out after the runway show. You must be present to win. Pre-register at weddingsofsarasota.com. Brides and grooms are free if registered by midnight on August 25th. Weddings of Sarasota. Register today.
Now, sports.
Tampa Bay Rays are coming off a miserable homestand, the team winning only 2 of its last 7 games at home, and 5 of those were shutouts. Tonight, the Rays are playing our neighbors to the north. The Blue Jays take an early lead in the bottom of the first. Josh Donaldson hits a 2-run home run to right field, scoring Jose Bautista. Top of the second, the Rays get on the board when Wilson Ramos hits a solo home run to center field. And that would be it, though, for the rest of the game. Final score tonight in Toronto, Blue Jays win 2-1. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are getting ready for the fall season. Right now, they're taking part in training camp with a little bit of competition. The Bucs practice with the Jacksonville Jaguars today. Head coach Dirk Cutter says that practice could have gone a little bit better.
Offensively today, it wasn't what we're looking for, but you know, that's one day in practice, and you learn from it and you get better next time.
The Bucs will take on the Jags Thursday night in a preseason game. Sarasota's own Skiarees celebrating a national championship. The Skiarees won first place at the 43rd annual Show Ski National Championships, beating out 14 other teams from across the country. This is the first time the Skiarees have taken part in the competition since 1998. The Skiarees will begin their free public shows Sunday, September 24th, and it's worth checking out because they are insanely talented. That's a look at sports. We'll have our winning lotto numbers right after this.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Call to see if you qualify to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan right now. At Humana, we believe great things are ahead of you when you start with healthy. And part of staying healthy means choosing the right Medicare plan. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits when you're sick, but keep in mind you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and co-insurance, but you may pay higher premiums than you do with other plans, and prescription drug coverage isn't included. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. It's all described in this free book and DVD. Call for yours and discover how an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana could save you money. Call 1-800-558-8779.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Attention! Royal Seas Cruises has just announced their deal of the day, a $99 Caribbean cruise for 2 people. This amazing cruise deal to the Bahamas is only available to the first 500 callers who register in your area today. So get ready to write down this number and act fast. We know that the best type of traveler is a repeat guest, so we're offering this $99 Caribbean cruise to prove it. That's $99 per couple, including your stateroom, all your delicious meals, full spa, live entertainment, 3 kids clubs, and more. Come see why we were voted one of the top 10 best overall cruises by Cruise Critic. We're so sure you'll enjoy yourself and become a repeat customer that you're getting this deal of the day for the unbelievable low price of just $99 per couple. But you've got to act fast. Pick up the phone and be one of the first 500 callers to take the Caribbean cruise of a lifetime for just $99 per couple. Call right now or log on to royalcruisenow.com.
Call 800-906-0489.
ABC7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
There's a site in Corpus Christi, Texas that visitors can't get enough of. Rollerblading nuns taking the bayfront by storm. The Salt sisters call themselves the Holy Rollers. Isn't that good? They're getting a lot of attention outside the convent. They wear their full habit and attire, even in the heat. They rollerblade for fun, but they say now it's a weekly activity that brings them closer together.
Having some fun. Look at that, high-fiving.
Yeah. I mean, you know, sometimes we don't see them like out all the, you know, having fun and getting, I don't know, getting
fit.
Getting their exercise.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And in the heat with the, goodness.
It's a different story down here, too. I mean, you're talking a little bit more humid down here in Florida. It's going to be that way tomorrow, too, but it looks good for drop-off and pick up tomorrow. Not many showers around.
Sounds good. We'll see you then. Have a great night.